prior to adjourning into exec session, thus the mid-year evaluation of the superintendent, Dr. Taylor. This meeting is being live streamed as well as recorded and stored for access after the meeting. The public can submit a public speaks using the BOE questions form on the website or by using the chat feature of the WebEx. For our December regular meeting, we will have a new process by which the public can live speak during public speaks. And we are working on creating those protocols, and we'll make sure everyone is aware of that before the meeting. So adequate written notice of this meeting of the South Orange Maplewood Board of Education was sent to the Township and Village Clerks, the Star Ledger, the News Record, Tap Into It, Soma.net, villagegreenNJ.com, and is posted on the district website along with the annual calendar of meetings. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. I would like to make a motion that allows for distance participation in this meeting. I have a second.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Board Member Mazzocchi. All in favor? Raise your hand. Aye. Mr. Roth, I saw unanimous consent, except Board Member Siders is off. Are you okay with that? Okay, so we have that. Great. And as per our board agreement, Mr. Roth, please note that Board Member Joshua will not be able to attend this meeting this evening. Otherwise, everyone else had planned to attend, but there might be issues with the storm. Could you please take the roll?
Okay, Board Member Elizabeth Baker. Board Member Robin Baker. Board Member Shannon Cuttle.
Here.
Student Representative Lily Foreman.
Here.
Board Member Thayer Joshua is out. Board Member Anne Marie Maynard.
Here.
Board Member Anthony Mazzocchi.
Here.
Board Member Erin Siders.
Here.
Board Member Johanna Wright. And Board Member Kamal Zubieta.
Here.
5 voting members and 1 student representative present. Thank
you, Mr. Roth. Student Representative Foreman, you were not on the agenda, but did you have anything that you would like to share?
Nope, not tonight. Just here to listen.
Great. And Dr. Taylor, there was no superintendent's update. Is there anything pressing that came?
Just want to, I know that board members may be aware, but it came to my attention that we lost a previous employee, the former dean at Columbia High School, Hope Taylor, passed away recently. So I thought it would be appropriate for this meeting. We will, of course, have an acknowledgement on our next board meeting, but because we're together, it makes sense to me to have a brief moment of silence to acknowledge Hope's passing.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Hope Taylor was employed with our district, for more than 30 years.
Wow.
So definitely a contributor to our district before my time, but out of respect, just wanted to give acknowledgement and also let you know, Board President, that Mr. Bonds has informed me that our live public speaks is available, and I believe we have one person who has signed up for it, and it was noticed. It was noticed to be.
Great. So we have someone that we can try it out. That's great. Okay. Oops, sorry. Sorry, I just lost my notes. 1 second. Oh, there it is down there. Okay. So I just wanted to, as my presence update, just a quick background on why we moved the mid-year review to tonight. Usually, first, we use these opportunities. It's the only time the board can really meet as a group to discuss the performance of Dr. Taylor is in our mid-year review. And in the past, we've tried to do that either in January or February, which is more kind of the midway point, but it's always been a bit odd for new board members. So doing it now allows us to capture feedback from board members who have basically served for at least a year and have a deeper perspective of Dr. Taylor's performance. Since our November meeting, we have had the election results, and I would like to congratulate Susan Bergen, Alyssa Malaspina, and Courtney Wingfield, as well as board member Zubieta. Congratulations to each of you, and I look forward to serving together. And at the December meeting, as I mentioned in November, we will acknowledge the service of those members who are leaving, Elizabeth Baker, Robin Baker, and Tony Mazzocchi. And January 6th is the reorg meeting, which will include the oath of office for our new board members, as well as ethics training for all board members. So now we are at the time of our first public speaks. This is an opportunity for you to share your concerns about an item on the agenda, but is not a time for dialogue with the board. Thank you for sending in your questions or comments. Many community members have found it more efficient to submit their public speaks via the BOE questions form on the website, as the WebEx chat and QA has a character limit. We continue to encourage families to reach out to their building leader and Dr. Taylor. And I also will update that we can do the live public speaks as well. So Dr. Taylor, should we start? Are there any, should we start with our live speaker?
Yeah, we only have one public speaks, and it is, I'm pulling up the name now, Abigail Murtaugh. And so I believe Mr. Bonds will activate that person to be able to give their public speaks verbally, and we will begin our timer.
Great. And sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Roth, can you notice that board member Wright has been able to join us?
Okay, when we're ready, I can unmute committee member Bertha.
I believe we're ready.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much. In light of tonight's mid-year evaluation, I just wanted to take a minute to express my deep appreciation for the work Dr. Taylor has done as superintendent. We have benefited so much from his vast educational experience and his commitment to making positive, thoughtful improvements in our district. Dr. Taylor has brought so much positive change. He has made marked improvements in communication, holding town halls, responding in real time to public speaks, and replying to all of his emails, which, given the volume this year, must be a Herculean task. His presentations at meetings and public events are comprehensive. For example, when Dr. Taylor entered the district, he inherited a proposed integration design that seemed to have been picked mostly for cost effectiveness. Dr. Taylor had the courage and leadership to pause that decision, to seek out feedback from experts, to examine multiple integration models, both in design and practice, to meet with groups of stakeholders. He studied, listened, and synthesized, and then explained that process in detail when he proposed his plan to the district. He has demonstrated this same comprehensive process during the pandemic. This has not been an easy year. How could it be? Especially in a district that spent almost 2 years showing the community just how run down and non-functioning our buildings were. Dr. Taylor has committed to giving all students access. He has committed to making our buildings safe and has not forced teachers and students back when he knows they are not. He has been open to adjusting his design in response to feedback, knowing that each change that fixes one problem will unearth opposite discontent. And when mistakes have been made, when the HVAC was not ready, Dr. Taylor immediately came out and publicly took ultimate responsibility. He has remained calm, professional, and engaged throughout all of this. He continues to approach our community with kindness and humor. He continues to be committed to equity, even reorganizing the central office to support this commitment. soon, please, the pandemic school will be a thing of the past. I am grateful Dr. Taylor has been here to lead us in this insane time, and I cannot wait to see how he leads our district once this has all passed. Thank you for your time.
Wow. I guess I shouldn't respond when speaking about myself, but I'll just say thank you. That was the only public speaks that was presented, Madam President.
Great. Thank you as well, Miss Abigail Murtaugh. I'm sorry, Miss Murtaugh. All right. All right. So let us now, we will, I will move that we adjourn into executive session for the purpose of discussing Dr. Taylor's mid-year performance. Can I have a second?
Second.
Great. And all in favor? Aye. Great. Ms. Butler, do I mention the previous motions, or is that assumed that the public knows? Nope, you're muted now. There you are.
Can you hear me now? Okay. You can mention it. You're not taking any action. You're just providing another notification, but it's already something upon which the board has acted in providing notice. But you can certainly mention it.
Okay, so I'll just mention that we will be moving into closed session on Monday, December 14th. Please note that date, December 14th, it's a little bit earlier in the calendar at 6:30. And then we will have a public session at 7:30, our regular December meeting. And then an action will be taken at that public meeting. And the Board of Education will meet in public session at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, January 6th, and action will be taken. So I will say good night and to our public and our central office, and we can adjourn the board into the exec session that Mr. Bonds had set up for us.
Just one comment to our board president. I'm not aware. I know that normally board member Joshua takes the helm when I'm being discussed, and he is not here. Has the board made other alternative plans for this evening?
To monitor the
take the minutes and those types of things, maybe. I'm not, okay.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Okay.
I can. I can do that, Mr. Bonds. When you come in, you can hand me over the host.
Sounds good.
All right, great. Thank you all. See you in a few minutes. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Be safe.
Be safe.